Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready War Room Edition. I'm Jim,
I'm Nay.
and that's it.
We're here. We're here.
But
Another
this,
week,
we're gonna,
another episode.
another week, another episode, another opportunity to give our opinions about stuff that we may or may not know anything about.
And if you don't like it, get on the show. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, if you're passionate enough and want to talk about it, let's hear it. But as if you don't know, we pull some headlines from news media sources, and we talk about them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to share. What are you watching on TV?
Oh no, that's just the TV reflected off my headboard. Fix that, huh?
Oh, some ambient lighting. You didn't have to kill it.
For you.
Yeah, you go. So, anyways, that's what we do. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Because everybody really wants to know what we got to say about this first one. Booyah. Dead on arrival. CNN Plus fails to bring in 10,000 daily viewers.
Was that their goal to get 10,000? That like a day, and it would have kept running, or?
I guess the question is how did they get 10,000?
They didn't. They failed to bring on 10,000.
Oh, right. They failed to bring in 10,000, but maybe they got
headline, Jim.
Maybe they got 9,999.
That's it. So
I just don't know how they got that many, because to me, what does CNN Plus have to offer?
That CNN doesn't.
Well, I mean, if they put Jerry Springer on there and all the other fake stuff, wrestling maybe. Sorry, you wrestling fans out there.
They just charge you to watch the same shit they give for free on TV.
Right, and it's sad because aren't they getting paid by like Pfizer and all these other companies? Like, it's just sad. But that shows you, that's a good sign for me. It just shows you that people are not watching CNN anymore, or they don't care enough about it. Maybe they're still watching it.
They're watching. You're not going to pay $4.99 a month to watch it more.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know what the cost is. Disney Plus is $4.99.
I think it started $4.99, and then they instantly discounted it to like $2.99 for life or something. Yeah, you're hurting. So that's a good message. That's a good fail for them. So, but like I said, people are still watching.
You fail, you know.
Well,
I don't want the current president to fail, but I mean, I didn't vote for him, but I don't want him to fail. That means the country fails if he fails. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, no, I don't mind fake news failing. I mean, I don't mind if they succeed in the other realm. Like, I mean, we had magazines, we had newspapers, and we had the Inquirer. You know, a certain audience watched or read this Inquirer stuff, and whether they believed it or not, I don't know. But
does CNN own the National Enquirer?
I don't know, but they become the National Enquirer. I mean,
That's what to clarify.
Yeah, it's I don't know who owns it, but I mean, it's really become a joke. It's like not even news. It's all just opinion stuff now. So
everything's an opinion now, right?
Well, I mean, everyone has an opinion, and we get to hear a lot of opinions, just like they're getting to hear ours. But to me, the news is there for a reason, and I don't mind. Like, I totally don't mind the news going after, like, CNN's, made their money after Trump. I mean, Trump is the only reason CNN even got popular after a while. Well, I mean, the Gulf War, their fake follow the soldier stuff. But, I mean, Trump's made CNN's numbers boost. So I don't mind them going after Trump. It's just we want it to be real. You know what I mean? You want it to be real and not just making stuff up just so you got something to report.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's a in the middle reporting agency anymore. Either
right.
Left leaning or right leaning. You're not middle leaning anymore. None of the companies are.
Right, but I mean, like I said, even if it was middle of the line, moderate, whatever news reporting where they just reported the facts, that might even get boring after a while. You know what I mean? So I don't mind them going after it, because sometimes that's accountability. You know what I mean? Sometimes because they're so biased that they will uncover something that the president does or says, or, you know what I mean? That's great. You know what I mean? Because it allows them to penetrate the deep state sometimes.
Gotcha.
But the making stuff up it's useless. It's just useless. Yeah. Like when the whole Russia collusion PP tape thing or whatever, when all that came out, it's great for them to go to report on it. That's great. But when they sit there and they just make stuff up, like it's true, that's where they falter. It'd be great if they go and pursue it. They're great. Go find out if Trump's got some scandal going on. Go for it. But don't make crap up. And that's where I say I think they fail.
Someone thinks this stuff's true on all the sites. So
Yeah.
keep putting that way.
Yeah, well, they do got people that believe anything, but there's also people that, said they were abducted by aliens. And there's all kinds of people. There's people that smoke crack every day. And you know what I mean?
I believe them all.
Yeah. So speaking of crack, let's move to the next one. I don't know if that was a segue or not, but we're moving to the next one.
Not correct?
NYPD releases information about suspect in Brooklyn subway mass shooting. That's pretty recent.
That's today. That's pretty recent. That's today.
Yeah. Did you hear about it?
I don't know what day you're viewing this video, but as of 12 April, it's today.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably be viewing this tomorrow.
I saw it. Actually, that's what is actually on the TV that you see bouncing off the headboard back there. Well, it's the news, but it's muted, so I don't know what it's really saying. But they were talking about the subway thing. I guess I didn't listen to that. I just saw a headline real quick that said that 16 people are injured or shot or dead or something.
I thought there were 17 injured. I didn't hear anybody dead.
Okay, maybe it's injured then. I don't.
But I heard it was, somebody dressed in a yellow jacket thing or something like their worker, and then they let off some smoke bomb and started shooting in there and then jumped off and ran down the tracks or something. That's what I heard.
He had a gas mask on too?
Yeah, he had a gas mask because he released the smoke, right? But that would be your first clue, right? If you're on that train.
Smoke?
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, did he put it on after he got on the train, or did he come on with it on?
I don't know, but if the man had one in his hand, that would be my first clue. Like, what's going on?
It's New York City. I don't know if they still have a mask mandate for their public transportation or not, but some people just do stupid shit like that now. They just watch this. They put this on this is my mask.
Yeah, it's a good point. It probably, and that's the sad thing. That's actually a good point, because I remember too talking about like the mask mandate, like with banks and things. Like it was illegal. Like even with the concealed carry permit, you could not wear a mask. You're not allowed to wear a mask with a concealed carry. So here they are going to make everybody wear a mask, and anybody can rob a bank or like the BLM riots can smash places and not, hey, look, they're just social distancing and wearing masks. So yeah.
Those same people on January 6th did the same thing. They wore a mask and smashed a building too.
No, that was an insurrection, dude. That wasn't. You're comparing a riot with an insurrection, like a takeover, like a government takeover.
What'd you just call it?
An insurrection. Like, come on, dude.
That's not what you call it.
Oh, it's an erection on January 6th, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Don't even get me started. There's plenty of news on that too, but I didn't pick any of those headlines because we all know what January 6th is about. It's just about trying to get Trump not to run again. There's nothing real about January 6th. There's nothing. Well, there is something real. You did have some riots, but they're just like the Governor Whitmer thing, the kidnapping.
Oh,
they just threw. I think they threw that whole thing out because they found out all the FBI. If it wasn't for the FBI, none of that would even happen. Yeah. It's an embarrassment, dude. It's a little embarrassment.
Back to this subway thing. I saw as your favorite quote, a conspiracy theorist talking about this. So, like, how do they have no camera footage of this dude? Like, it's the New York City subway. You don't have cameras in the subway to show a picture of this dude?
That's funny because I thought it was a black male. They described him.
They might have showed something since I saw that.
Yeah, I heard he was like a 5'5" black male. Like, I don't know. But for one, I didn't even think they would report that because
I did hear that part. I did hear it's 5'5" black male, but supposedly there was no photo or video of this dude. There might be now that they come out with a press release or anything. I don't know, but they're like, the conspiracy theory is they ain't got no video because it was all staged.
I don't know about that. Like, I get it. Some people try to take it too far. Like, I get it. We don't know that yet. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
It's not that it's impossible because, like I said, January 6th really taught us what we're willing to go through just to keep a president from being elected. Like, what we're willing to go through. You know what I mean? They were willing to get people killed and hurt just to keep a president. And, then you got the 9/11 conspiracy people, think that actually happened. And it's things like January 6th that make me believe, would they let a plane crash into a building? you know what I mean? To get to the Patriot Act so they can spy on people? Like, would they do that? You know, I mean, when you think about it, it's not a far stretch from what they've done in other countries.
I would hope not in America, you know?
Well, I would hope not too. You know, and like I said, here I am proud to defend the, country I love and all that. But I'm at the point now, dude, like I got in, I don't know, man. I just like, I don't trust him. I don't trust him anymore, period. I used to think it was all co-op or, secret ops stuff just for the better of the country, the better of the world. Now I'm starting to think it's for their agenda. There's certain agenda that they have that isn't shared with America.
Well, you know how politicians lying, right?
Yeah, his lips are moving, right?
That's awesome, yeah. So let's move on to the.
Yeah, we're gonna move. Speaking of politicians, look at that. New York Lieutenant Governor arrested in campaign finance fraud scheme.
Arrested or charged?
It says arrested.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. I bet you he was released on his own recognizance 10 minutes later.
Yeah, and what's the sad part of all this is why did they pick him to arrest? I mean, they probably got hundreds of politicians they can arrest for this.
So was this the lieutenant governor that was under Como also, or just when Como resigned, does a new lieutenant governor come on board, or did the old lieutenant governor take over and then a new? How's that work?
What does it matter, dude? They're all on the same team. Somebody had to take the fall.
Politicians.
I mean, you remember Ilhan Omar marrying her brother? You remember AOC paying her boyfriend some consulting money that he barely did anything and then moved to New York with her? And like, they all do it. They're all doing it. And the problem is they're controlling the people who are bringing the charges. So if it's not somebody they really hate, nobody's getting charged.
No.
So the question is, why this guy? Why are they charging this guy? Why did they arrest this guy? What did he do to piss off the establishment?
If you would read the article, you'd know.
I know, right?
But we don't like reading them. We like base.
But I want you to speculate. I want you to make up a story.
Exactly. It's the best thing. Just make a judgment off the headline, right?
But you get what I'm saying? Like, is my point like obvious? Like, clearly these people don't get arrested.
No.
This doesn't happen because they get away with this stuff all the time, and even worse. The public, forget about the public opinion because, we know they have no say. And, but why would this guy get arrested? You know what I mean? So he must have pissed somebody off.
Majorly.
Yeah, because they just don't go after politicians. They don't go after the criminals because this is nothing new. Campaign finance fraud scheme. Like, come on, dude, all these people are getting away with these campaign donations and funneling them through their own business.
I'm willing to bet you could probably arrest more lieutenant governors than just that one on that same charge.
Right. That's my point. So why him? He must have pissed somebody off. And this is how they send a message. If you mess with the establishment, you're done.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's a fall guy,
Oh, yeah. There you go. A fall guy.
He could be a fall guy for, a bigger conspiracy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Well, speaking of fall guy, let's go to this one. It's got nothing to do with a fall guy, but crime spike forces USPS to cancel mail delivery in LA neighborhood.
They're messing with the postal delivery people nowadays. Usually those people don't mess with those people because they bring checks to you.
Well, I mean, let's think about this.
Now.
Like, think about what that's saying. Like, there, if the post office is scared to send mailmen in, like, how bad does it have to be?
I know. I got a friend that works for a delivery service, and he says, even to this day, they don't send a white driver to this neighborhood, and they don't send a black driver to this neighborhood.
Really?
Yep.
They
don't cancel it. They're still delivering. They're just not sending a black guy or a white guy into different neighborhoods.
Well, it's sad that has to happen, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this is LA, right?
Well, you see all those, isn't it? I don't know if it's in LA or not, but in California, they have all those trains that are sitting there that they're just terrorizing. They're going in there, breaking into those Connex trucks and stealing packages out of them.
Yep. And people are, in general, people are good people, right? They're just good. We don't need cops. We don't need any of that stuff because, people wouldn't do this stuff. This is just in LA.
Well, that's one making headlines right now.
Yeah. Well, it's actually our last headline. So unless you've got something to add to this, we can actually cut this one short because I know you got something to do tonight because there's news about all kinds of stuff on TV. But
I think the Kardashians are on tonight. I got to watch them.
Oh, that used to be Mike's favorite, I think. Was it the Kardashians, Mike? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I know Mike's watching, so he's probably going to agree with me. So, anyway, Nate, thanks again for joining me. Thanks for sharing your opinions on a whole bunch of stuff going on out there today. And hopefully we'll get more information and maybe we'll get back to the shooting, if it's a conspiracy or not. Maybe we'll dive into that when we get a chance with another update. But until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.